Hey guys, it's me, Pokemon. I'm back. So there's this new little post that was put on Reddit a couple days ago, and I want to talk about it. Specifically, who cares about everything else on here? Although it is good to know that another X23 Blitz is coming. That is pretty exciting. That means we'll get to unlock X23 for free. But 2020 feature roadmap. So what's today? The 19th? 2 days from now, there will be a blog that sort of is another roadmap. They did a sort of roadmap before. They talked about things they wanted to do in 2020, but they're going to do another one in 2 days talking about what they want to do for the rest of the year. This is really awesome. Plus, we're going to get it's 2 blogs next week. We'll get one on Tuesday and one on Friday. The normal one we get every Friday. Oh, this is going to be good. There's a lot of really awesome stuff they could announce. Today I want to take a little bit of time to let you know what I would like to see come to Marvel Strike Force in this dev vlog. Probably they're going to talk about ISO 8 a little bit. They'll probably mention that. Maybe the campaign that's going to come with it. They'll probably talk about that. But I'm not going to like in my list of requests. I'm not going to mention that because, well, obviously they're already going to have ISO 8 in there. But I'm going to talk about some quality of life stuff I'd like to see. I think they're going to look to change some modes. Blitz needs a little bit of TLC. Essentially, right now, I've talked about this in a video before, but I'll quickly summarize. There needs to be like a tier down button, or even better, auto blitz. One of those two things need to happen. They need to streamline blitz, make it a little more accessible, because right now, blitz is kind of painful actually, especially if you're really trying to run blitz. So let's give a little bit of quality life to that. Dark Dimension, I think it'd be great if once you complete it, you can run it again. The ones you've already completed, like maybe once or twice every month, just for like less rewards. I don't know, Dark Dimension, it exists. They created all these assets for it, but you only run it 3 times total. Well, 6 for the second time you'd run each, but then you never touch it again. Dark Dimension needs a little bit of touch up. Arena, I've talked before, there's a couple of different ideas going around on how to fix Arena. I have the whole points when you're in the top area, but there's different ideas for it. But Arena, regardless of what they do, needs a bit of a touch up there. Events, I would like to see a couple of legendary characters come down to be like Iron Man here, where you can get them all the time. I think we're getting to the point, especially with Doc Ock coming, I don't know, within the next few months. We have a lot of legendary events, and they rotate it out every 2 weeks, which is fine. But when you have like 8 legendary events, that's like 4 months in between an event. That's absurd. So I know some people say Iron Man only came down because he's not that good compared to the rest of the legendaries, but I think they just need to bring them out because there are too many in rotation right now. I'd say Star-Lord, Nick Fury, kick them out, put them down in here. Those are really important characters to new players. They're still good. Star-Lord and Nick Fury are very good characters, but I don't know, taking them out of the rotation isn't going to negate the grind a new player has to do to unlock them. It's just going to make them a little more accessible. And I think for new players, having Nick Fury and Star-Lord very accessible all the time would be incredibly helpful, because those are really important characters to get you up and running in this game. And they may be good characters still, but they're nowhere close to the meta anymore. So I'd say boot those guys out of the legendary rotation. We need to, I don't know, there's too many characters in there right now. That needs to be adjusted. What else do I want to see? Oh, campaigns. Well, why we stop at like only these 5 campaigns? We're gonna get an ISO 8 one soon, but why stop here? We can add more. I believe they actually have some more. If we go to the Nexus campaign right here, I believe there are some more. I guess they don't have a chapter 9 or I think I want to. Okay, I guess they don't have a chapter 9 or 10, but they could always add on more chapters. But honestly, I'd like to see more campaigns like Cosmic Conflicts or Mystic Forces. These ones were 3 chapters long, and I don't know. They're not. It's nice that they have campaigns that focus on these specific characters and encourage you to build up that side of the roster. And they just added Beast, who has a big little gimmick where you get bonus medals, or essentially you get +1 medals at the end of a match. So say if one person dies, you'll still get a 3-star. But like, it's useless. It's useless because most of the top tier players already have everything 3-star. And if you're like me, where I don't have everything 3-starred, I'm not going to build Beast up to like 40-60k to hop into the Nexus campaign chapter 8 with him just to get that bonus star. Nah, I'll just use somebody good. Like, I don't know, I'll get like invisible. I don't know. I wouldn't, it doesn't make sense. So I don't know, a mutants campaign, that'd be kind of nice. Maybe throw in a couple more minions for us to fight, like Sentinels or something like that. That'd be kind of epic right there. I don't know. Like, I just don't get why we stop here with the campaigns. Why not do more? Especially because right now, a thing they do is they throw characters into the Arena and Blitz Store. And I mean, if you're a new player, look at what this Blitz Store looks like. Like, oh, look how many characters there are in here. Like and you can only farm one of these at a time. Okay, technically you can open up the orbs and try to get more, but even in the arena store, you know, like, well, I gotta farm all these guys? Like, oh my goodness. We need more avenues for farming characters, which I'll get to in a second with new modes. But anyways, and also, Raid and Alliance War Store, why don't we have 2 rows of characters? Why don't we have every character selectable flat out? Let's just say that. Let's be real. They only have this 3 here because they want to make some money, and I feel bad for people that spend power cores on the refreshes. Fox next gotcha. But 2 rows. Let's get 2 rows of characters in here. What the heck? There's so, and the problem is it was fine when there was only like 5 characters in it, but it's like 9, 10. Like, well, me waiting for Mr. Sinister to come in the store. Why are we stopping at 3? So I don't know about that. So, but you see here, there's a couple more rooms, like little places here for little currency shops. Let's throw some more modes in here. Live PvP. Why is this tucked away in the little corner when I can only press one friend or an alliance member that happens to be online? If I'm in a casual alliance, people aren't online most of the time, so I don't get to do live PvP ever. I like live PvP, but they could also tuck some rewards with that. Do it like Arena, where there's no placement. But if you do it twice a day, they give you like live PvP currency. They could have a live PvP store. Maybe every live PvP game you run, you get like 5 currency, and it can have a similar price, like a price point as arena currency. So you wouldn't get a lot of it per day. It's not necessarily going to be a reliable way to farm characters, but at least have a way for us to play it. You know, like maybe the Coliseum. I did a video on that a long time ago. You guys can look that up if you want, where I talked about what I wanted to see for this mode. But allow us to queue up and do live PvP against a random opponent, and maybe get just that tiny bit of live PvP currency. You could have a live PvP store, and they could also have this little daily challenge where you can get like 250 live PvP credits for doing it twice. You know, it doesn't have to be much because I know people don't want to add a lot on their daily stuff they have to do, but just, I mean, I want to play live PvP sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, man, I want to play Marvel Strike Force, but I don't want to run a raid or do Blitz, I'll tell you that much, but I would love to do some live PvP. Why not put that there? All right, let's see what else I want to see. I want to see big raids like Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. They have those ones where you fight that giant tank and you like shoot down its guns, and then like they have the giant, I think, Rain Core. That's cool. Why don't we have that? Galactus, Fing Fang Foom. Actually, that's better. There's only 2 ones I can think of right now. Master Mold. I mean, there are some cool big characters we have in the Marvel universe. Why are we not fighting them? That's what I want to say. That's what why? Literally, why is that not here already? That's so cool. It's cinematically awesome. You know they'll use it in every single trailer of this game once they make it. They'll show the scene of like the 5 X-Men fighting the giant Sentinel. They'll show that in every single trailer once they make it because it's gonna look so cool. But we want that. That looks cool. I look Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. Everything else is bad, but I look at that. I'm like, man, I want that. That's cool. So I don't know, man. That'd be so awesome. You could do as an alliance raid where but maybe different from the alliance raids where you go node to node. Instead, it could be like an alliance boss, where every day it has like you know, 200k health, and everyone can only go in with 5 times a day, and it's just, do you defeat him as an alliance or do you not defeat him as an alliance? So everyone attacks him, and everyone just works to whittle down his health. You know, something like right here, you could just go straight into the alliance boss mode, and you could just work with your alliance to whittle down his health. Different levels, like level 1 has 50k health, level 2 has 200k health, level 3 has 500k health, and blah 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 blah. And there's more rewards, and do another credit store for alliance boss. Let's keep getting some more stores right here, some more avenues to get characters. I mean, what are we gonna do? We're gonna keep adding characters into Arena for the next 10 years or so this game runs for? Like 5 years from now, somebody comes in this game like 30 characters in the Arena store? No, we need more avenues to farm characters, and you can't add them in campaign nodes because energy is a avenue to farm characters. So you can't just keep adding campaign nodes, because again, somebody comes in 3 years down the line, 70 characters that need to be farmed with energy. What do they do? And then one final mode I'd like to see. I talk about it every day. Shadowlands. Shadowlands. Beautiful mode in Marvel Future Fight. And it's essentially a mode where you go room to room. You essentially just fight at team enemies, move on to the next area, fight a team enemies, move on to the next room, fight a team of enemies. But you can only use each character once. That's beautiful. It's beautiful. It encourages you to build a deep roster, which is something I think Marvel Strike Force needs right now. Because in Alliance War, you can only use like 16 teams. Once you have 16 teams, call it a day. You don't need any more teams. And those teams for Alliance War are probably good enough for raids and all that. So I mean, you know, of course, there's power creeps. You need to build a new one, but you get what I'm saying. Like, there's no reason for me to build up Nebula. Like, I'm never going to use Nebula. Nebula has no purpose. But if you had a mode like Shadowlands or something like that where you're trying to stretch out your roster, suddenly I'm like, Nebula can clear the first level. Maybe I'll use her a little more. And it helps you to enjoy the roster a little more because you use characters you don't always use. You have to dig a little deep in your roster. I don't know. It's so great. I think I have different maybe like levels where it's like on this level Spider-Verse characters deal an additional 100% damage, and then on this level male bio characters deal additional damage, and on this level female tech characters deal additional damage. It'd be so great, so great. They could make it so awesome, and then give us Shadowland currency for another Shadowland store. So anyways, that was a quick 10-minute or so discussion about what I want to see come to Marvel Strike Force. A lot of touch-ups to these modes. A lot of these modes are very close to being pretty good. We just need a little bit of TLC, and I'd really like to see some new modes come to the game because again, we can't just keep adding characters in the arena store. This works for us who are playing the game and we have all these characters unlocked, so it's like, okay, just go get the new one. But a new player comes in and he's like, what? So many characters here. So you got to keep making sure this game is accessible to new people coming in, or you're adding on things for the people that are deep into the game, and that's probably the hardest part about running a game like this. So, but at the end of the day, what do I really know? Because I am only an 18-year-old. I hope everybody's gonna have a happy and healthy day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Signing off, everyone.